Hey, everybody. Welcome to SexyNerdScience, Season 5, Episode 11. I'm Drew, as always, here with Dale and Josh. Josh and Dale. Drew and Josh and Drew and Dale. Say hi, guys.
Hello there.
Greetings.
This is Sexy Nerd Science, and we are here to bring you
Brought to you by the letter H.
Brought to you by the letter H. So we're just going to jump right in it.
For what, Hermione?
No.
Just that's what it's written in our script.
Just the letter H.
Damn it!
Who
Who typed
wrote
that?
that?
Who typed that on the teleprompter?
So
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
we're gonna jump into sexy news here. Last thing we're gonna get to, last bit of information we're gonna get before we technically we could probably get some information because it is spoiler country right now. But final thoughts before the screening of Avengers Endgame, guys. Any thoughts?
I have not seen any trailers. I've completely blocked myself off to anything that I see online. No YouTube videos, no nothing. So as far as...
Did you get the Google extension for it?
No, I'm trying to be... I want to be so completely surprised. I'm super excited about it.
There's a Google extension that
can
will block out
keywords?
Endgame. Yeah, Endgame stuff. You can get one for like anything Kardashian to take it off. Anything, I know. Anything Endgame and anything Game of Thrones right now.
I don't need it to be that bad. I just
Can't believe Bran was a White Walker the entire time.
So we'll talk about Game of Thrones later in the show, but Dale, what do you got for final thoughts? Anything, predictions, hopes, dreams?
I hope they he redoes the snap in some way. I don't know how they're gonna do that.
Undo the snap in some way?
Yeah, undo the snap. I don't know. I'm excited to see, I saw one trailer already, like when they first announced it, and like they were all in suits going to do something, and I was excited to see what they're gonna go do. I was excited to see what's next after the end game. I think that's going to be unique because I know they have Doctor Strange 2 and a few other things coming out. So,
yeah, that's not how you do that.
This is my Scarlet
this
Witch
is crafting.
Yeah.
All right. So, Josh, what do you got prediction wise?
No, I don't want to see it. Prediction wise, so I've seen some things. Saw a tweet. I don't know if it's real or not, but the Russo brothers are like, "We assure you, Ant-Man is not expanding inside Thanos' ass." And then someone underneath it was like, "The penis, then." Like, okay.
I've seen. What is it? Maybe Ant-Man's gonna get so big he can put Thanos up his booty hole.
So
instead,
Paul Rudd, please. But yeah, I'm just excited for I know this isn't sexy news and this is a real nerdy topic, but so many characters that I love are gonna die this weekend. In Avengers, Dale, you're muted.
I'm not. I saw that meme too. I'm not.
It's so true though.
No, nobody's dying.
Every Game of Thrones is back.
I didn't see episode 2 yet.
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just it's not a spoiler alert this time. If I say people are gonna die in Game of Thrones,
yeah, that's not. Yeah. Expect it now.
All right. Well, since you guys are doing a shit job at predictions.
I'm saying everyone, people are gonna die. They might win the day, but
listen though, they already did die, so that's not a prediction. That's just
they didn't die. They never existed.
No,
yeah,
they didn't never exist.
Did they not ever exist? How?
No, because those people remember them. They didn't cease to exist, and they weren't erased from all existence. They existed, and then
what happened to their mass?
Well, technically, their mass was converted into that ash bit, so their mass is, I don't know.
So it was super dense ash.
It must have been. I don't know.
And you never really saw there wasn't a pile of ash. It was just it just disappeared.
I mean, there was like a pile of ash. It just wasn't.
It dissolved after.
It wasn't like a pile of ash. It was like a misting of ash.
What happened to Lot's wife?
Who the fuck's Lot?
She got turned into a pillar of salt
Are
because
you
she.
talking about the Bible?
Yeah. Hey, maybe that's what's going to happen in this end game.
Predictions.
Yeah. From the Bible.
How did the Bible turn out?
Brought to you by A&W Root Beer.
Oh my God. That makes Captain Marvel the Messiah.
So,
I guess she does come back. You see that post I did? Not to joke, but see that post I did on Easter? It was Jesus coming out of the tomb and it said YOLO.
Yeah. Just kidding.
I did.
Did we do that on SexyNerdScience?
I thought Dale did it on his own page.
Oh.
Be closer to Mike.
I thought Dale did it on his own page.
I did. I didn't do it on SexyNerdScience.
Okay, good.
So
I don't make
my predictions are, I think the quantum realm is going to have an effect in it. Obviously,
Quantum in front of everything. Yeah. Quantum podcast.
I think we're going to have that. A couple of things. I think we've already kind of touched on the substantial growth in the timeline.
Quantum touching.
We have quantum touched on the quantum timeline, that there's going to be quantum amount of space between the quantum people that show up.
Makes sense.
Basically, what we're going for, or what I'm going for, is we've already said it's a substantial amount of time between when the snap happens and when Stark gets back. I mean, like hair growth, like full hair growth amount of time.
Quantum hair growth.
Going from quantum blonde to quantum redhead. Specifically with quantum.
Stop getting lost when I say quantum. I'm just doing it for the audience.
Yeah, I know, but now you're fucking me up.
Quantum fucking.
Quantum Black Widow. So basically what you have is, a very large bit of time. I think we're going to get Professor Hulk or whatever they call him in this one. But it's Hulk body, Banner mind. So,
oh, wow.
So I think that's why they've refrained from showing him in the trailers, is because if you know Professor Hulk,
Studious Hulk,
he's got glasses and he wears clothes, like big giant clothes. Like he
quantum lab coat.
He's
Drew just wants to kill you.
He shops in the men's big and tall section.
I think it's going to be more of a, like, the Hulk is going to appear, but he's going to have more of a relationship with Bruce Banner. Like, have you ever seen, like, how the Firestorm and DC Universe can have a conversation with the smart guy?
Yeah, so they kind of have an internal... I think that's a plausible way to do it. But if you even remember from Infinity War, he has that verbal conversation when he's trying to fight him to get out.
Yeah, but that was not like a norm. That was a moment of like all the energy from him, trying to turn into him, and then Hulk trying to stop him. So like that was just a brief moment of him coming out.
So what I'm saying is I think that it's in the comics you run into the Hulk. The Hulk is the Hulk reasons basically with Bruce Banner. 1 second.
Is he quantum?
Hi, baby.
Oh, I got to read this thing to you, Josh, real quick.
Good, read it.
Go ahead.
I'm on the science page on Google, and the second thing down says, "How did crabs evolve crabbiness?" ? It's complicated. What source do you think that's from?
Source?
Yeah, like what website? Something reputable?
Yes.
National Geographic.
Yeah, I could say that. Yeah.
So anyway, what I was saying is, as in the comic books, Hulk and Bruce Banner basically kind of reason with each other. Let's say, okay, well, I'm smart, you're strong. Let's work together to make this, to make the best of it. That's something that happens when Thanos comes around. So it's kind of one of those things where it doesn't necessarily fit that arc. My baby's waving at you, Dale.
I think
Look at that. So it doesn't necessarily fit the comic book arc, but what they're doing is they're basically mashing a bunch of these arcs together to mend an Infinity War.
Yeah.
Just like what was it? I can't remember what other arc it was. So in the Thor Ragnarok, that's part of how Hulk reasons with himself is when he gets lost to in the what is that place called? I can't think of it.
Goldblum world.
Yeah, Goldblum world. We'll call it that. Basically, that's what sets off that motion, and technically, he's supposed to come back. Sakaara, thank you. So when he comes back from Sakaar, he's supposed to actually be Professor Hulk. But so they stretch that out for Infinity War, I would assume, and kind of goes from there. But a couple other things I think will happen is I think we'll get parts. I don't know if you remember from Infinity War where Peter Parker says, he came from a field trip. Well, some people are speculating that he said come from the future. And so, I mean, he said, because when he stops the big guy with the axe, Tony says, "Kid, where'd you come from?" It sounds somewhat like he says the future and somewhat like he says a field trip. And I haven't watched it with subtitles. I don't know.
He was on a field trip, though.
But he was on a field trip.
Was he the one in Paris or London or where the fuck he was in the next movie?
No, it was in the previous movie. He was in Paris.
Yeah, he's on the
Oh, he was
bus.
in Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C., yeah. The tall pillar.
Yeah.
Washington Monument.
The tall pillar.
Yeah, the tall pillar.
Obelisk. Drew.
The obelisk. And so he was on a field trip, but some people are like, well, maybe he did come from the future. So the Peter Parker that was there isn't the Peter Parker that was on the field trip. And he just says that because he knew where he was at the point in time, blah, blah, blah. Like, so there's all this time hopping stuff where the people knew where they were, but then they come back from the future, blah, blah, blah. So it's a lot of that jumping stuff, but
Quantum leap.
Quantum stuff. So that's it. So that's end game. Final thoughts before screening. Cool. Let's talk about some dicks.
Dicks.
You didn't like it?
Dick.
The Earth video?
That's not what I expected. It was awfully cheesy.
Yeah,
Of course it was.
That's Lil
I
Dicky.
still want one of the shirts.
So we're talking about Lil Dicky and his new video.
I don't think that was really like a music video though.
Lil Dicky.
It had like a very little bit of music. Like what was
Nah.
the other music video he did with the in bed? Like do
Brain?
fucking war?
Freaking
Pillow talk?
pillow talking.
Pillow talk. It's the same thing. It's like it's more of a musical.
But
Like an opera or something.
But here's the thing that like there's rapper like actual like not actual I won't say actual rappers. There's 90s. What's up, baby? There's like 90s rappers that were doing the same thing. They're making 11-minute music videos. R. Kelly, one of them.
Well, I mean, it's one thing to do like one video or something that's iconic. With Earth could definitely be it, but he's done a few now, and I want to hear that style of rap he does.
I think he's only really done Pillow Talking and Earth, and mostly it's like.
Real quick. It's so weird.
I mean, I farted a little bit ago.
It was
Rank farts. Drew has his family downstairs. Otherwise, this would just be blank audio.
no blank audio. Quantum audio.
Quantum audio.
Quantum.
Okay. So Tasha didn't like Lil Dicky Earth video. I thought it was cool.
I thought it was average. Yeah.
It was something different.
I don't
but
care. It's the message.
The
You gotta say the Earth.
message is pretty strong.
I'm Kanye West.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was the best part. That was the
That was
best
the best
part.
part.
That one and Lil Yachty being HPV was also hilarious.
HPV.
What?
Oh, the drug.
Yeah. No.
No,
what?
the disease.
Human papillomavirus.
What am I thinking of? PHP?
PCP.
PCP?
PCP.
Small their acronym.
Drugs are my question this week.
That wasn't the baby, was it?
Did you drop him? She dropped to you.
Just dropped her.
All right, now Drew gets a pass.
Yeah, right. I didn't drop. She was not in my arms. So, what, Josh? Give me your thoughts on that.
No, I like the video. I like the message behind it. I mean, obviously it was for Earth Day. It came out a little bit before Earth Day, but I mean, it was to basically be like, hey, wake up, America, Earth stuff. I like that they had actual Leonardo DiCaprio in it too. And like, I think that was really funny because like Leonardo DiCaprio is doing a lot to help with
The Earth.
climate change. Yeah. And yeah, so it's a good thing. I think it gets the message out there. I've already literally the last comment thing I got on my Facebook was someone being like, they posted a timeline and they're like, 2019, we have 12 years left to save the earth. And it's not really 12 years left to like save the earth. It's just, we have to change the derivative to be something negative as far as how fast the climate is changing. Because if we don't, it's probably going to be irreversible in 12 years is what the current models are saying.
Yeah.
So
Let us burn. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, you don't have kids, Dale, so
yeah.
Josh has to at least make another 12 years before he can see his kid again. So
That's right.
we gotta at least hold out for that.
Yeah, he's the reason.
He left my daughter.
New thing from physics.org. Atom interaction discovery values for the future of quantum technologies.
Quantum technology. Quantum. All right. That's a science news, Dale.
I'm sorry. I'll go to technology. Wait.
Okay.
Sexy?
Yeah.
Business. I'll go to business.
So,
Oh my God, I didn't send you the pop culture question that
that's
I
all
had.
right. Did you not remember it
I
then?
can't remember it right now. I'm trying to think what it was.
Was it the?
Oh, yes, I do know what it was. Do whenever you're ready for pop culture literacy.
So we're gonna do pop culture literacy now.
Okay. Hey, real quick. Amanda, come here.
No, she can't.
Is Amanda going to be your lifeline?
No, she's not being my lifeline. So for those of you guys who are listening, I wanted to actually have my wife, Amanda, record this with me. Or record instead of me, honestly.
Okay, I can't hold it.
So I'm gonna have you answer the question for the question. Don't answer it out loud. They're gonna ask me, I want to ask you, and you have it in your head, and then I'm gonna answer it if I can. And if I can't, you just answer with whatever you think it is. Okay, ready, Josh.
All right, I need you to name 4 characters from The Legend of Zelda.
Name 4 characters from The Legend of Zelda. Zelda, Link, Ganondorf, the little fairy bitch.
What?
The little fairy bitch.
Mm.
Hey, look, listen.
Mm. I knew you were gonna get those 3, and that's
Yeah.
why I asked for 4.
Yeah, Tom. I don't know. Let me think for a second. What's her name? Like Natalia, isn't it, or something? It's like N. I think it starts with an N.
There is one that starts with an N.
Nardi. Oh, it's at the tip of my tongue for that one.
Are there any other characters you can think of?
Sheik?
Fuck.
Does that count?
Yes, technically.
Mario is technically in the one of the Zelda games.
Just his picture.
Yeah,
His
so it's still.
time.
What do you say?
His picture's an Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Does
But a legit character. Let me think.
Amanda know any other characters?
Do you know any other characters besides those characters? No, she has no fucking clue. She's lost. She's like, who? What?
She's lost. I think the N word you were looking for was Navi.
Navi. God damn it. Yeah, I was thinking Navi.
I would have also accepted.
No, wait.
Oh.
Is Majora's Mask or whatever? Is that a character?
Technically, Majora was a character, yes. So yeah, I mean that's totally true. Majora was also a character in
I
that
can't
game.
remember what was that guy that carried around all the masks too?
That was the Happy Mask Salesman.
'Cause I see him in cosplay once in a while.
Yep. But yeah, I was just honestly, I was gonna
Shadow
say,
Link.
so I was gonna say that other variations of Link don't count because I was thinking you're gonna be like Young Link, and I'll be like,
No, I wouldn't have said that, but Shadow Link is completely different.
yeah. I mean, technically, I know this sounds really weird, but like the way like the multiverse works for the Legend of Zelda, yeah, that's totally a thing.
Yeah.
Like Toon Link is separate from Young Link, and
No, I mean, I don't play the games enough. I only played Ocarina, and then I played Majora. I was like, once it got to like time where you had to switch time a lot, I was like, I don't want to play that.
yeah, that was probably the most confusing aspect of that game.
Yeah.
Was like, I gotta reverse, go all the way back to the beginning, and then redo this thing again, and like the speed of halftime and the speed of Song of Double Time, and
yeah,
it wasn't bad, but it got a little better on the 3DS because you could like select what time of day you wanted to go to.
Were there any other characters in like Super Smash Brothers, whatever, from Zelda?
I mean, technically Ganon is different. So Ganon and Ganondorf technically are two different things. I believe I'm just trying to think if there's anybody in the games that I can think of off the top of my head.
But did I get the point?
Yeah, I totally give that to you. So yeah, that's a good one. Are
Who
you
the fuck is this bitch?
what?
Like I typed in characters or Zelda characters.
Yeah.
Characters.
You got the girl with the stone face with the big little horn things on there that you're like, who the heck is this?
No, so I got Link, Princess Zelda, Sheik, Navi. I had it in my head. Ganondorf. But then there was somebody else. Other characters.
There's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of them. This bitch. Adrian Mum. Yeah. I can't say words.
You want to put the picture up on?
I have to look her picture up then.
All right, what's going on?
So Dale named them all. He was really struggling for Navi, but then he was like, does Sheik count? And I was like, fuck. Yes.
I mean, is Sheik somebody different besides just Zelda?
Depends which game you're playing.
Yeah, it really depends. There's the Sheikah tribe.
Yeah.
And then I said Shadow Link.
I was going to say that other variations of Link.
But then I said Majora.
But yeah, then he said Majora too as well. And I was like, technically.
And then I thought of the character with the happy mask salesman.
So who are you looking up? I'm curious as to who this is.
Oh.
That you're like, oh, who is this character? And I don't know. Like, just try to pronounce the name.
Yeah.
Let's
try to pronounce the name. Fucking can't say it.
Dormammu?
Dormammu. Egg. Hurim.
Girahim?
Girahim. It was one of the characters that popped up or it popped up in the name. I don't know.
Oh,
just gets out of there. That was from, I think, one of the A Link Between Worlds. Is that what's on that one?
Past or something.
I didn't get.
It wasn't Garahim. That's the guy from Skyward Sword.
He was in one of those pictures. That's why I said him.
Oh,
go ahead, share it again, Dale. I want to look at it.
I took it down.
Drew has like the encyclopedia of Zelda, so he loves these things. And as do I, actually.
I don't know. Like that's.
That almost looks like Mum
I'm
Rock.
trying to find one from a game. Oh, look at. It's fucking the same thing.
I mean,
So yeah, I mean,
I don't know. We're looking at a picture of this guy. He has like a mask on. He's dead to me.
he's only in like so. This go up a little bit, Dale. These 8-bit ones, are the renderings of him from the game. You know,
Original sprite.
but the official artwork was only ever for like the booklets and stuff like that. I mean, he's only in like you said, I think it's
the dark wizard who serves a secondary antagonist of A Link to the Past.
so
Which is a whole other timeline.
sort of.
So it's not canon. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, sort of. I mean, it's one of the two timelines, ideally.
It's one of the three.
So it's a single timeline, two timeline, and then there's a second split
Okay.
off
I would agree
off
with
the
that.
other timeline.
Is it like a triangle?
No.
Like the Triforce?
Nope, it's not.
Illuminati.
Um,
Illuminati. Okay,
all
real
right,
quick.
so-
Over 113 pounds of ground beef was recalled due to quantum E. coli fears.
So Dale's just searching shit from Quantum.
No, I'm just adding quantum into random things.
Oh, that's funnier.
That's
That's
even
even.
a quantum headache.
So next up is nerdy news, and with nerdy news, we're gonna bring you a new segment. What we're gonna do.
New weekly segment.
So we haven't really hashed out a name for it yet. We'll do that later. But ideally, what we're going to do is something that a lot of people have already done, but we're going to put our own spin on it. And it's just going to be based on.
Shameless stealing.
Yes, I am all for giving credit where credit's due. There's tons of people who are doing this already. But like I said, we're just going to put our own spin on it.
Jumping on the bandwagon.
So we are the quantum bandwagon. We're gonna do the quantum conundrum.
I don't know how to spell conundrum. I know how to spell bandwagon.
So
That's not how you spell bandwagon. Bandwagon's one word.
How is bandwagon one word?
I'm pretty sure bandwagon is one word.
whichever.
Ow.
That's why I'm illiterate.
We're going to bring a segment up.
Yeah,
which
bandwagon's one word.
basically, Dale is going to pick a character. Josh is going to pick a character, and not tell each other who those characters are.
Okay, but we need to have a theme though.
No, we don't.
No theme?
No theme.
There has to be a
It
theme.
has to be a fictional character. That's the
Well,
only
yeah,
thing.
but I mean, like, there has to be a theme because otherwise, like, there either has to be a like limits to the character, like as
Nope.
far as like within a certain.
That's
spectrum.
what's going to make this thing awesome.
But like, what are they trying to do? Beat each other up? Is that their
Yes.
ultimate goal, or to solve a riddle, or to defeat a foe?
So we can pick a physical or mental, basically physical or mental battle between the two. We switch it up every couple of weeks or every week or whichever. I'll definitely do that. So you like, let's see, for next week. We're not going to do a segment this week, but we're
Aw.
just well, Dale doesn't know.
I know, but can't we just do like a quickie one this week?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So we'll do it. Let's do a physical battle. It's real easy, real quick, simple.
So I pick a character, you pick a character, Drew tells us who wins,
Gotcha.
and then we get to rebuttal. Like if my character loses, I get to be like, but what about this? And then you can counter with, but what about this?
Okay, go ahead.
So real quick, what we're going to do is we'll assign basically different attributes, basically, whether or not we want to do physical or mental battles. So the only thing that I would say is just pick a character that is it's got a good rich background. You don't want any Anirahims or whatever, however you said his name or spell his name. That nobody knows about. So,
Gorgalax 7.
all right, so let's get into this week's character crunch.
We got to text Drew our thing, Dale.
No, just tell.
Just say it. Okay.
yeah.
So in normal instances, we would text Drew who our pick is today, and he'd have all week to kind of think about it. So I'm gonna pick Legolas.
Okay. Legolas from.
See, and now this is why we were supposed to text you, because now Dale can just pick a character that he knows can whoop Legolas's ass.
Yes, but the thing is, though, that's the thing. Like, anybody that I have in mind could kick Legolas's ass.
Try me.
We should have.
Krillin from Dragon Ball Z.
We should have made sure that Dale had his character before.
Exactly. Before I said mine.
Oh, my character was the God Pokemon.
the god Pokemon.
That can't hurt humans
Why can't they hurt humans?
because
Well,
it's a Pokemon.
So
Good thing Legolas is an elf. So
but no, that was what I was gonna say. I just wanted to pick like a god's character or something. The Yu-Gi-Oh guy.
Oh my! Legolas versus Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, the cards. The blue eyes white dragon
Blue
guy.
Eyes White Dragon.
No, the one with all the cards had to come together.
Yeah, it's Blue Eyes.
No, that's the
Oh,
oh my god, why can't I think of the name of it? Zodia?
left-handed Zodia, right-handed Zodia.
It's Zodia, isn't that? That's the
so.
character.
Yeah. No, who was the character? I had somebody in mind when you said something, and I almost texted it to you.
Seto Kaiba.
Okay, so basically, let's just do a mock one.
So yeah, well, I would be like Legolas, and you would be like Yamcha.
And so basically, from then, I would give him a reasoning.
It's no fun if you pick just a god character. By the way,
That's what I'm saying. You have to have limitations.
but I mean, we can make this as good as we want to. But what I'm saying is, like, if you just always pick a god character, then it's going to get really dumb really fast.
yeah, but gods can
I'm
be
always going to pick a god character.
gods
so
can
you
be
can't
beaten.
lose.
Kratos is a god.
That's
He's
the point, right? Is to have who can have the most.
So Kratos is a god. He's been beaten.
The point
God
is to
characters.
be entertaining for whoever's listening to this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's really,
No, I agree with that 100%. That's why I think like a goal or restrictions, like it has to be within. They have to be human. They have to be early stages. They have to be younger. They have to be something where it's
well, I mean,
because otherwise, fucking Jesus Christ, fucking he can kick ass.
You said fictional, Dale.
Yeah, Buddy Christ from Dogma.
so real quick, I personally don't care because what I could do is it's based on my judgment and it's really arbitrary because I could
Drew's
say
god.
I could really say Dale pissed me off this week. Josh's character wins. So I mean it's arbitrary. I'm gonna put reason and thought behind it. So that's the oh God, Josh just had
Pick a god, Dale. Pick a god.
Okay, so here's my actual character that I was going to say before you said anything.
Good.
Dr. Fate from DC Universe.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So Dr. Fate versus Legolas. I mean,
Yeah.
So ideally, we would do that. What were you so freaking up in arms about though? I'm interested for that.
So I was gonna say, even if Dale did pick a god, Legolas is friends with essentially angels.
Oh, that's true.
So like if he was gonna be like, hey, how do I kill this god? Legolas would go on said mission for the item that would kill said god.
It's true. He's done some pretty good missions.
So another thing is they're away from each other instead of just fighting in a battle arena.
I mean, it's not like we're just like bloop, put him in here. Like it's like if there was warning between.
You didn't say there wasn't.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's why it doesn't matter if you just pick a god because like I can find a way for Legolas to beat said god, and so could Drew maybe.
Nope, can't do it.
So I'm honestly going to put my best judgment as far as doing the research and the characters and everything like that based on previous knowledge and yada yada yada. The idea is I'll do that, and then you guys will have basically D&D rules, creative rebuttal on that to say, well, Legolas could go on a said mission to find whatever item could defeat a god or could defeat who did you just say?
Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate. So like, same universe, they could find, the kryptonite to Dr. Fate's, Superman or whatever, I know that's completely
Which off the top of my head, I actually don't know what it is. Like I know there's something, but I just can't remember what it is.
There's nothing.
That's fucking, so with good planning and research, we can make that fun. That being said, next week we will do a battle because we started on this physical one. Next week we'll do a battle of wits. So let's make it a mental battle and go ahead and start picking your characters. Next up, we've got some Game of Thrones stuff. Season 1 or season 8.
That's what gotcha.
season 8 is currently underway. Josh and I have watched the first 2 episodes. Dale's watched all of it because he's a dirty pirate. And
Dale has not watched all of it.
just kidding. Dale's only in episode 1. So
I did torrent the second one though.
I hope your internet gets shut off
why did
after
you do
you're done editing. All
Why
this.
did you do that?
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
Because I use NordVPN.
I use someone else's HBO Go.
I was gonna say, Dale, I have HBO Go. Do you want it?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So this we
You
got
get
so,
behind the scenes
hold on,
footage.
pause. We got so like in tune with recording on Sundays in like just 2 weeks that I literally was like, man, I gotta watch Game of Thrones after this.
Yeah, we're not. The Game of Thrones isn't tonight.
I know.
Tonight's Wednesday.
He got really excited thinking that he was going to be able to watch.
Yeah, I
it.
know. I hope this ruins your night.
Nah, it doesn't. I'm gonna go watch a bunch of Letterkenny.
Oh yeah.
Game of Thrones is getting real good. I'm excited, and
Yeah, I don't want to spoil.
we can't. I didn't
Can
know.
we talk about how like there's literally spoilers everywhere for Game of Thrones right now? Like
Mhm.
it's
I did not know that Dale didn't watch it. Otherwise, I wouldn't even brought it up because I really wanted to talk about what we talked about the other day.
Yeah.
That being said, we'll talk about it later. Game of Thrones, kaput. Our new segment comes out with a name next week, and we'll get at you then.
So I think, yeah, if you want to every week, just to go back to our battle segment. If you do want to say something and put like constraints on it, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like if you want to be like, okay, it's a battle of wits, or if you want to be like best archer, and me and Dale have to like pick
Yeah,
between
no,
archers.
and
That's perfect. Best archer.
Yeah, and that's I mean that's definitely something that can happen. I'm not going to put restraints on like
swimming contest.
you have to have. Okay, so I could say best archer, but then put human on it, and now Legolas is out,
Or no human.
or no human, and then Hawkeye's out.
Yeah.
So or Green Arrow, or whichever.
Fox Robin Hood.
You mean the Fox one?
Fucking the guy from Assassin's Creed.
What'd you say, Dale?
Assassin's Creed guy.
He's a dream scenario, so he's not actually human. Ezio,
Assassin. Oh,
like Ezio.
for an archer.
He just said
Okay.
he said
I
assassin.
don't know that many archers. I'm a paladin in my games I play. Like I'm gonna tell you, I'm playing RuneScape right now, and I'm literally working
your
on
phone?
the what?
On your phone?
Both on my phone and on my computer. They're linked. So, and I'm literally having to do like the ranged spell or the ranged XP right now, skill set, and it is no. You just click on it once and it starts auto attacking. The point is, I hate it so much. I'd rather be hitting it with a sword than shooting with an arrow.
Well, that's
Oh, real quick. Now every Kohl store will accept your quantum Amazon returns.
I did hear that.
quantum good news, Dale.
Yeah, quantum good news, guys.
Dale, do you have a blind science question for Josh this week?
Ooh, I do not have a blind science question.
Yeah, bitch.
That's all right. I do.
Drew does.
I want to do like a pop culture question for him just 1 week.
Oh, that's
We
my
should switch
question.
that up 1 week.
Who is it? Is it a pop culture?
No, we'll do that next week. So
I get to ask Dale a science question.
Yeah, then I get to ask you a pop culture question. It's gonna be fucking ridiculous.
So this week's blind science question is has to do with current and voltage.
Would you like the
Equation.
No. So let's see. I had a good example and now I don't. What are you fucking wigging out about?
Oh, thank God. Whew. I literally just forgot the the equations for voltage and like current and stuff. And I was like, uh-oh.
So why don't you go ahead and give us those since you remember?
Is that what you really want?
I mean, that's not like your blind science question.
What?
That's not like your blind science question. I just wanted to, because you said something about it, I want to.
Oh, like I remember voltage equals current times amperage. No, current, that is amperage. Current times resistance. B equals I times R? No.
No,
It's not V equals I times R?
I thought it was VIP.
VIP?
Yeah,
No, that's power. It's PIV, PIV. Power equals
voltage.
current times voltage.
Yeah, that's how I remember it.
But that's power. I'm talking about voltage is
Isn't it-
equal to.
Isn't it R squared?
No, I don't think so. Because I do know that like
Ohm's law.
resistance in parallel adds.
Yeah, V equals IR or V equals IR.
Woo! And then I know that
So my biggest question was going to be as far as resistance and the fact that is it additive or not.
so it's different. It depends on the type of current. So resistance in series adds just straight up. So if you have a 5 ohm resistor and a 10 ohm resistor in a series circuit, then you would have 15 ohms of resistance. If they were parallel to each other, so if you had a say, your battery source and then 5 and then 10, you'd have to take the 1/5 plus 1/10 and then take the inverse of that. And that's what they add up together to be.
I had to deal with a system today that the resistance was not additive, so I knew something was not wrong, or something was not right with it.
And that only takes place in ohmic circuits. So I found out that power or solar panels are non-ohmic. So what happens is solar panels are able to change their internal resistance to always maximize voltage going through them to keep voltage the same, because you essentially want your solar panels to act like batteries. So they will increase and decrease their internal resistance to keep the voltage the same.
And in a dog fence system, every time you have a break, your resistance becomes additive based on how many splices you have.
Because each one of those becomes essentially like a resistance, essentially like having a resistor at each one.
Yep.
But it's just a narrowed kink in the wire, essentially, I'm assuming.
Well, it's 2 wires cut and split.
And by the way, this isn't your science question.
Oh, it's not my science question?
No,
What's my science question, Dale?
Drew. You
What?
said this wasn't a science question.
Oh, I did, because my question was going to be if he knew if the difference
How to
between
add resistance and ohmic
additive.
certains.
Yeah.
And voltage. So the other thing is voltage in parallel is equal all the time. Or no, voltage in series is equal. Voltage in parallel adds. And then current is the opposite of voltage. So current in parallel is the same, or current in parallel is the same. Current and series adds.
I want you to give me, this is your science question.
Just gonna quiz me all day.
Yeah, that was not your science question. This is your science question. I want you to name the nomenclature for when we talk about like the negative exponents. So when you go to like 0.01, that's the hundredths place, thousands place, stuff like that.
The metrics nomenclature?
The metrics nomenclature.
To like what?
10.
Fuck you. So it's gonna go.
I was doing a podcast with the boys the other day.
Yeah, for real. This is killing me. Centimeter. So centi, milli, micro, nano, pico.
The guy.
Dale, are you watching these?
Yes, I'm listening.
Am I doing okay so far? Pico after nano?
Yes.
Pico de Gallo.
Oh man. So pico, isn't that a million?
Well, so you didn't say the first one, which is just, we'll just say 1.
Yeah.
Then what's before centi?
Decky.
Decky, yeah, that was easy.
But
Decky
no one calls it a decimeter.
Decimal.
I mean, I guess, but like no one calls it that.
Yeah, but it's still one. It's still considered one. But you got it right. So decky, centi, milli, micro, nano, pico.
You wanted me to go 10 like actual things out?
Yeah.
Oh my
4
god.
more.
Give him the letter.
I'm just
Dale.
trying to think of what gets measured in these things. What?
F.
Oh, it's phytometer. Yeah, Is that one?
FEMTO.
Femtometer. Oh, yes.
No.
But that was pH. It's F.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's mu for nano, mu for micro, N for nano, P for pico, F for femto, and then A.
Acrometer.
I have no idea.
Atto.
Atto.
Yep. Which is quintillion.
What gets measured in attometers?
Negative
Probably
10
atoms.
negative 10 to the 18th.
Yeah,
So yeah, something like that.
atoms.
Atometer.
Yep.
I just, there's not practical. Did you know any of these below pico?
Below pico? No.
Yeah. I was like, no one's using these to measure anything.
I was like,
because those distances are
probably maybe use femtometer maybe once, but pico I've used. Anything else prior to that?
I've used pico before, so that's the only reason why I know that.
Okay, what about the other direction? Positive.
The same.
Yeah, meter, kilometer.
No, you missed.
No, wait.
You missed 2.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Meter. Is it decameter again?
Deca. Well,
Yeah,
one's
deca.
instead of cent, it's DC for
Yeah. Yep. Decameter.
You won't get the 1,000 one.
1,000 one?
Or,
1,000
under one. You won't get the 100 one.
No, I don't think I will either.
Letter.
H.
Hectometer?
Hectometer.
Yeah.
Kilo, and then I think you can get the rest pretty easily. Because it's you can't. Think about digital storage.
What?
Think about digital storage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Mega, giga, tera, peta, exa, zeta.
Yeah. Again, no one uses, no one measures anything outside of the kilometers. Like, at that point in time, we resort to scientific notation to go anything larger, anything smaller than pico, because it doesn't make any sense.
I
And
think,
even,
I think
like,
it's
I would
down.
say nanometers, we would just use scientific notation for anything less than nanometers.
All right, that's not your science question. Science question is, what is scientific notation?
That wasn't your science question either. What
Scientific,
causes the floaty pen?
the rolling shutter effect.
Shut up.
That's easy. I
Don't
mean,
answer any more questions, Josh.
Yeah.
we don't want
Stop
scientific
answering.
notation.
He's gonna be improper fraction of answers. It's gonna be 12 over 11.
I could just take a couple of weeks off.
Amperage equals the square root of -1. Because they're both.
I mean,
high.
yes.
All right, so thanks for participating in Blind Science. Next week we'll flip it around on you guys. Just because we
Excited.
can. Also, real quick, just to touch on something we didn't touch on. We should have quantum touched on it in Quantum Sexy News. Last week was our Quantum 150th episode.
Yeah. Losers.
Who doesn't remember that they're getting past 150? Definitely us.
Quantum H. Is that what this episode is?
Yeah, quantum H.
So thank you guys for sticking around for 150 episodes of Sexy Nerd Science. We still have a little bit here, but I wanted to touch on it because we forgot to. So
Yeah. We forgot that we turned 150.
So Sexy Nerd Science, in Sciencey News, we have we turned 150. We're the oldest living podcast alive.
Truth.
All you other podcasts, you guys can just suck it.
Joe who?
Yeah, Joe Blogan. Actually, I listened to his podcast like 3 times today.
Was it the one with Adam?
Adam Conover,
Yeah.
Russell Brand, and I listened to Ben Shapiro last week. I listened to Kevin Hart this week or yesterday.
can't stand the people that are like, Adam Conover got utterly destroyed. And I was like, Adam Conover was openly like, hey, I'm not an expert in this subject, so I'm not going to know.
That podcast?
I listened to that segment of it, about half hour long.
Oh, he did a 2.5 hour show
With Adam Conover?
Yeah,
all
of his podcasts are like around 3 hours.
Oh, good.
All Joe Rogan's
Let's get to it, guys.
Yeah.
He might be older than Joe Rogan, but he's got more hours.
No, I mean he definitely. I mean he's doing three shows a day basically. I mean, or 3 shows a day he records. He takes a whole day and just records a couple shows. Yeah. So he did Adam Conover and Russell Brand this last Monday, I think, and did Ben Shapiro, Kevin Hart, Jessie May Palumio. She's really funny. A lot of really cool people. Anyway,
speaking of,
they talk about this stuff, which is
Rogan and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So something that I wanted to talk about, I posted the first one of these on our page.
No.
What do you mean no?
Are you talking about the next thing that's on the list?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
Why?
Because I haven't seen it yet, and it's on my queue to watch.
Okay, I'm not gonna like spoil anything. I'm just gonna make sure the audience knows to check this out. That now all 3 of the videos are out, so they can watch all 3.
Okay. Engineers demonstrate bubbles of sand that move like oil droplets in quantum water.
Nice.
Thanks, Joe. So that's not what the video is that I want to talk about. I posted a video on our Facebook page about how people are manipulating YouTube for certain things. It was right around everyone freaking out about the Momo challenge and things like that. And I was like, hey, here's just some background information about how easy it is to create a sensation on YouTube. The videos were done by Destin from Smarter Every Day. So one of my favorite channels to watch on YouTube because it makes me smarter every day. He's an engineer who formerly worked with the U.S. government. He does, like obviously he's not a government employee, or he was a government employee, but he's not like in the military. He was just doing his regular engineer job. But he's really smart. He has a lot of really good ideas. He does really good slow-mo videos. But this time he did a 3-part series where he took a really good deep dive into how social networking is being used to manipulate YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So it was 3 parts. He got to interview people from YouTube, interview people from Twitter, interview people from Facebook about these kinds of manipulation and how things are being
super easy
us. And how, just really how it's on us to be policing these things. Something that I've preached all the time about people posting things on Facebook.
Specifically about that, because the companies have come out saying that's the algorithm. They're not going to do anything about it. They're, and they don't hold any responsibility, yada, yada, yada. So it does fall to us, like Josh is saying, to...
I don't want to say they're not doing anything about it. They are doing things about it. It's just none of these companies can keep up with what we're throwing at it.
Well,
by adding more to it, it's causing the problem.
They're saying they're doing stuff about it, but like disabling comments and like having algorithmic stuff work to try and combat that is not, like, in my opinion, is not enough. They're just fighting AI with more AI. At that point.
Yeah. But it's like, so the YouTube one that I posted that I hope everyone watched was really creepy. Because what they were doing is they were taking just regular like robot voices and reading the same script over and over again, but putting out thousands of videos that said the same thing. And because they all said the same thing, they were able to get, 2 or 3 of them to actually go viral because of how they were saying things. And the way they didn't get flagged for like copywriting and stuff is because they do things like have like fake raindrops falling on the image, which would make the image recognition technology on YouTube pretty much obsolete. Or they'd take like an actual news clipping and they'd crop it in such a way that it wouldn't be able to get picked up by the bots and stuff. Like, so it's people working counter to the AI, and then it's people making new AI to counter that AI, and it kind of goes back and forth. But I definitely think that like the companies are doing good things for it and beneficial things for it. But I think the people that are like, oh, it's not my job to care if this is false information. Like, no, it totally is at this point in time. Like people's lives are being ruined because people are like, I just like being an internet troll.
Two things. One, you talked all about it, even though I haven't seen it. I asked
No, I
you.
didn't.
I'm going to smack you. Second thing is, though, I have a coworker that actively does the opposite thing because she can.
Yep. I have friends that do that. They call it, they just say they want to troll.
No. It's not to do with trolling. A few months ago, we had a very, very cold day. We had a fire in the natural gas storage area in downtown Detroit, which I am part of that natural gas. So they released a statement on the news and everything. Please please lower your temperature at your house to 65 degrees. We're experiencing lack of gas. So the amount of gas that would get to your house normally, if you can decrease it by 10, 15%, then that works for us. So everybody lower, as a community, you have to lower the amount of gas you use.
Bitch just fucking cranked it up.
She said, like, as soon as she got the thing, she's like, I'm not fucking doing that, and cranks it up. Another thing she did is she did a few other things that I was like, oh, you're the opposite.
Oh, yeah. So that's not even like, that's just like taking what you see. I mean, technically that wouldn't be terrible since like there's an overabundance of false information on the internet. So if you just believe the opposite of that, then
She also, I'm not gonna call her on everything she does, but
yeah,
she purposely does, or she doesn't purposely. She believes a way of life, and nobody else believes that way of life.
Yeah.
And it's actively false things in the world.
We've talked about this too before. I mean, like Dale the other day, like I literally was watching Dale on someone's post. They posted this thing and they're like, these are Army vets that all got their limbs blown off and they're posing for this picture for a calendar. And Dale's like, that's a sweet sentiment, but like that's totally not what this picture is. Like if you just reverse image search it or do anything else. And then even Drew here yesterday was like, oh, you just got to reverse image search it and you can find out. Like that's the type of reality that we're in right now, where like if people don't know how to do a reverse image search, which most people don't, they're never going to know if that meme is factual or not.
Well, that and the other thing that they're going to do, the other thing that people are doing is just taking advantage of people not doing that stuff. It goes back to what I hate.
I just made a fake meme yesterday or the other day with Josh.
Pass it on as their own shit. And
I made a fake meme yesterday.
Yeah.
What was it?
George Lucas said that
oh my God, yes, I hate you so much.
There was Clone Wars and
that Rebels is not canon.
It's not canon, and Josh's like, yeah, it is. Well, and he starts saying some stuff, and I'm like, no, George Lucas said it, so I made up a quick meme.
Did you see what I did though? I just deleted it every time you posted it.
I only posted it once.
Well, no, I deleted it and then you reposted it.
No, I only posted it and then I left it.
Oh well, it's not on there anymore. I deleted it immediately.
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
yeah, that's why no one saw it.
Well, it was supposed to be funny because I think at the bottom I put like, not real or fake or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I did another one too. Not to get off subject, but I made another meme and I posted on SexyNerdScience. It was Steph Curry saying, "Oh, that we never landed on the moon," and it's NASA saying we beg to differ.
Yeah.
I had to put in the bottom. I was like, "This is not a real quote."
I mean, there are basketball players that think that though.
No, but the quote wasn't real.
Yeah, it wasn't Steph Curry. I don't think it said that.
No, Steph Curry probably said that. NASA probably didn't say.
Steph Curry, expressed an opinion.
Yeah.
What he said wasn't quoted. It was just an opinion he has.
Yeah. So I think that's everything. Really, I mean, we'll wrap it up for the day.
59 minutes.
That's good.
It's a good, nice one.
It's a good, nice round number. 59. It's close. It looks like the sex number.
59-11, 59-12, 59-13, 59-14.
All right. Well, thank you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. And just one last thing to say. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Sexy Nerd Science Season 5.
Make sure to like us and subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
Don't forget to check out our merch on Teespring and support us on Project Nerd Patreon at patreon.com/Project Nerd.